Hey guys, good morning. It's like 12:30 p.m. It's Monday and it's the 5th of May. So we woke up early, 7:30, and I went for the lecture I had from 8:30 to 11:45, I guess. I just got back from the university. Now I have the event which I was talking about to you guys around 5 p.m. And before that, right now, I'm just editing one video of mine. So I'm editing a reel. I've been posting consistently. It's like today is the 14th day, I think so, or the 15th day. And apart from that, mm, I've been working on the app. I want to pitch it to like some people if I am able to. It's a networking event basically. I don't have any presentation or something like that, but hopefully I will be able to um, tell it to people and get some feedback and something like that. Just having fruits right now, and yeah, the vlog also has been posted this morning. So I've been consistent with the vlogging, I've been consistent with the reels, and I have been making the app, so I've been doing pretty good. Apart from that, I also went to swimming yesterday, which was pretty fun. It was like very good. I was swimming after a long time. I did like swim for an hour and I came back home. I also want to be consistent in like marketing for the app, and the waitlist is already out. If you haven't joined it yet, you can just I'll give the link in the description so you can join in the waitlist, so you can also make money because it's an app which will help you make money. That's the end goal, and I'm not charging anything. It's free of cost. Everything is free. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you later. Hey guys, so I just got back from the event. It's like 6:30 p.m. and there were like two companies. One who works in the software industry, the backend industry with Volkswagen and companies like Volkswagen, BMW, and yeah, stuff like that. The another company was a company which helps startups to actually raise funds, get them co-working spaces and stuff like that. So I talked to the person who was from that company, and I told him about the app and stuff like that. I showed him the website and everything. He was very happy to actually see the idea. He liked the proof of concept that I have, and he liked what I have built currently. So one thing that, but the thing was, if I actually get in touch with him and I actually work with him, the problem will be that the app will be registered in Germany itself, because I live here right now. If I don't do that, I am trying to get the app or the trademark registered back in India, because there are so many possibilities and so many features that I can build. But here, the government will put so many regulations on the app that it will actually, um, put a pause on the creative side and the side which I actually want to have. So if I want to do that, I won't be able to do that in Germany. And if I don't want to do that, I don't think so they will be helping me, because the company is funded by the government of Germany. Apart from that, I think I'm going to register my company in India itself, because it's much better for me as a person to register my company there itself and work from here, rather than just registering the company here. Apart from that, I'm just gonna have a little time of my own, maybe watch a movie or something, and then get back to work from tomorrow. Because I have to figure things out. I have to, think about some things and then start with working. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, let's see what happens. Hey guys, it's 8th of May. It's Thursday. It's 12:30 p.m. I haven't been vlogging exactly from the past 2 days, I think so, and that's because I had a loads of work. And apart from that, I also want to talk about how anyone of you can actually start their own journey and actually build a startup from scratch. And this is not um like this is not for someone who has a lot of experience. Even if you don't have any experience, if you don't have a technical background, if you even if you don't have anything, I'll exactly tell you how to do the first step right, and how to get an idea, how to validate an idea, and how to actually start working on that idea. I'm going to tell you all about that later in this video. The first thing is it has been like 18 days since I've been posting consistently on my Instagram channel. I've got like 70,000 views collectively in the last 14-15 days, which I'm very grateful for. Today I've made like three reels. I've like shot three reels about design tools which you can use, like Cosmos 21 Dev and Magic UI. I've also made a reel about prompt engineering, and how to build AI agents from the three PDFs that OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google just launched. So you can just see those reels and maybe get the links of all the things um, in those reels itself. um, you don't have to worry about anything. The third was how to actually get your first client through um, like with zero experience and stuff like that. So for people who are actually starting out, I will just tell them that you need to shamelessly knock on doors and ask for people to work with you and start for free. Like just at least see if you like working in that field or not. And you don't need to have a fancy portfolio or anything like that. If you want to start in the creative workspace, or if you want to start your own service thing, or if you want to start your agency, or if you want to start freelancing, it could be any service literally. And just start for free, man. I started for free. I started like with the advertising thing for interior designers. That's how I started, and that guy paid me 2000 rupees for the first week, when I pitched him a paid model, and then he ghosted me after that. I also edited videos in the starting, in the beginning, just to build my portfolio. I designed some logos. I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff just to understand how the market works and how things work. And now I'm here building this startup because um, I think I know a lot about this market, not because I've worked a lot in this market, because I was trying to crack the whole market. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in a bit. I've got to do like a whole lot of work. I have to do some editing. I have to write some posts for my LinkedIn, because somebody told me today that I have to use LinkedIn as well. My YouTube and my Instagram is going well right now. I'm double downing on that. Apart from that, give me some feedback, guys. Give me some feedback. I want to know what you guys think about the YouTube videos, what you think about the Instagram. I know there have been a lot of views and stuff like that, but I need to um, build a more authentic connection with you guys, because whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm building is for you guys. I'm not making any money from this. I want people to actually learn, people to get inspired, people to actually make money and stuff like that. In the long run, I know that I will be able to make money through the data I have, through the B2B, like business to business deals I make, or the people I invest with, or the people I collaborate with, or the brand deals on Instagram or stuff like that. But what personally I feel, what I have to do is help people in their learning, help people get inspirations, help people get right direction in their mind to actually work. And that is what I really want in life. So that's my purpose, man. That's exactly what my purpose sounds like. Um, Today we have to hit the gym, and I have to do a push session. We have been consistently going to the gym. We have been posting daily on Instagram. We have been posting on YouTube, and I love this fact. I just need to work on a much better pace now from here onwards to see more results, and that is how things are going. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in some time where I actually tell you how you can start your own journey without any knowledge or anything like that. It will sound crazy, but yeah, that's true. You don't need any experience, you don't need any knowledge. That's how you can start and I'll tell you all about it in some time. I mean, do need knowledge, you don't need experience. So you can literally start your journey of doing anything, building anything, or working with anyone without having any experience, just by what I tell you. Hey guys, it's like the 9th of May, it's Friday, and it's like 8 p.m. So I wanted to talk about how you can actually start and build your own startup or something like that. So when it comes to business, there are like two, three types of things that you can do, which are very low barrier to entry. So I know that you might be watching this because maybe you don't have any money to start a business, or maybe you don't have anything, or maybe you don't have an idea, or maybe you're finding something where you can start very easily and grow that very successfully. So when it comes to low barrier entry businesses, you can actually start a marketing agency, you can start clothing brands, you can sell your own products, you can do drop shipping, and you can make all these softwares as a service kind of things these days. And you can make your websites and stuff like that. There are a whole lot of things right now. So when it comes to that, you actually have to understand what you actually want to do in life. So the first step is to actually see what kind of things you like. So let's say I like working in tech, I like AI, I like business, I like marketing, I like helping others. So I'm building this kind of application right now where you can monetize your own skills and monetize your own expertise and make money. So I'm not the one making money in this, you will be the one making money. So I got this idea because I started a marketing agency back in 2023, and I started giving consultations to people. So I started somewhere. So you should also know where you want to start in the creative field or in the boring spaces, like you want to work in HRs, or you want to have a business of your own, you want to make a startup, or you want to make a software of your own, or you want a fancy brand, or whatever you want. It depends on you what actually you want. So when you have that place in mind, you don't have to just start that. You can start somewhere near. Let's say you want to have a very big lifestyle brand or maybe a clothing brand. You can start off by selling t-shirts, man. You can start off by selling caps, you can start off by selling athleisure or maybe something like that. When it comes to like building agencies, you can start with freelancing, you can start with any kind of thing. And when it comes to software, today the barrier has been like negligible, because platforms like Windsurf, platforms like Cursor are already there, which can help you build apps within minutes. So if you are a non-technical person, if you have no idea on how to actually work in the tech field, what you can do is go to sites like V0, go to platforms like Lovable, and you just prompt and it will give you a whole application built. So those are just like MVPs, those are not working actually. You will have to do a lot of things to make them work. It's not like you just ship a product in 2 hours, people show you, but does not happen. That happens with scale. So if you have an idea in mind where you want to build a startup, you can start with platforms like V0 or Lovable, or stuff like this. If you have some technical knowledge, if you know how to use VS Code, if you actually know how code work, you don't need to have a very big experience or like years of experience or something like that. But if you can understand what is written in the code or something like that, like even 5 to 10% of basic coding knowledge, then you can use platforms like Windsurf or Cursor, which are made for technical people. So they're basically a co-pilot running on your own coding softwares like VS Code, and they change the code when you actually give them a prompt. So what actually Lovable and V0 does, they actually make a web app, but Cursor and Windsurf actually are sitting on the local, and they make local file changes, the files which are already in your laptop, and they make apps according to the things that you're telling them. So it's all done locally. You can connect your GitHub, you can connect your backend and stuff like that. But when it comes to building a startup like that, you need to first start with the idea, because if your idea is good enough, if you are actually you can start talking to people about your idea, you can start social media, you can use your social media platforms to actually raise awareness for that idea, and do something around that, then it will become very easy to actually validate the idea. So the first step is to actually validate the idea. I actually validated the idea, I mean, a year ago, and since then I have like gotten so many people into this thing because they all think it's a very great idea and it can be, successfully built. I mean, I have some competition, but I know this can be built because there is a lot of demand of stuff like this. When it comes to you guys, you can actually validate your idea by telling it to people who are actually in that field, or maybe talking about the same problem about what you're building. So if you're, let's say you're building a automation for helping people in the marketing industry, for hiring people, or maybe getting the sales process right, or doing something which is very very small problem, very big problem for a small number of people, you can actually validate the idea by telling marketing agencies to use your MVP or something like that, or maybe giving them a demo and reaching out to people who can actually invest in that. So the first step is to get the idea validated, and after that, when you've validated the idea, you need to build the MVP, and that MVP needs to be validated. So when you're building the MVP, you can build the MVP through the apps which I told you, V0 and Lovable. And when it comes to scaling the MVP, you need to have some real tools like Google Console and stuff like that. You need to have APIs, and you need to do so many things to actually get the user base. When you're getting the user base of like 50 to 100 people, then you can actually validate the MVP of how that works. When you validate the MVP, then you actually go for investing, go to VCs, go to people who can actually invest in the business for you. So when you have the case study that 50 people are able to use the platform, then you can tell a VC that yes, now I want to scale it to 1,000 people or 10,000 people or something like that, and then the whole process start. But the first thing is actually to understand what you want to do, what is the niche that you want to go into, because it's not like you work for 2 months, you are all hyped up, all hyped up and stuff like that. You're just working, and after 2 months it's all done, you're bored now and you want to make something new. No, that's not how actually things work. You need to work with a vision, you need to work with a purpose. Even if you can't find the best idea in the first 2-3 months, then you need to understand that there will be 100 ideas popping in your head when you actually start thinking. You cannot build 100 ideas, but what you can do is actually think in a manner where you can see yourself working on that idea, working on that platform, working on that business for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. That's how you actually enter the industry. If you want to enter the industry with a purpose and a vision, that's how you can play long term. So I know for my long term, it's actually building this whole app, then helping all the people around, making content, my whole scenario and thing, then investing in companies, building this business. I have a long term vision of at least 10 years right now in my head, and I'm working on that. So if you don't have a vision, just don't start anything. First understand what you want in life, first understand what your vision is, and then you take the next step, then you take the actual first step, which is actually executing what you want. So for me, if I want to invest in companies, I should not start looking for companies right now. I will start working on my network, I will start making the money, and I will start learning things about the business itself, so I can invest in companies 10 years later, so I have the money. It's not like I go from 1 to 100 in one day. I first work on 0 to 1, then 1 to 10, then 10 to 50, 50 to 100. It's not like 0 to 1, 1 to 100. No, nothing. That's not what happens. What I want is, if you have any queries on how to actually start a startup, or how to actually start a business, or how to actually start anything, how to execute something which you have in mind, you can just reach out to me so I can simplify everything. I think yesterday also some person came up to me asking advice on how to actually start a clothing brand, and he had like so many things. I simplified the whole process in like 8 steps, and I told him that you need to do all of these things first to actually understand the market, to actually get some customers, to actually start selling your t-shirts or something like that, get the designs right and get all the stuff right. Then only you will be able to scale this as a brand itself. A brand is made through scaling, through execution, through marketing, through story, through purpose. But when you're going from idea to execution, it only takes like 30 days to actually validate your idea and get people to see that and stuff like that. And if you have any other queries, if you want to talk about that, my comments are open. My email is ishankansal0@gmail.com, and you can reach out to me on that. Apart from that, it was not just a vlog, it was like a kind of thing where I actually tell you what to do. Apart from this, if you have anything in mind, just let me know. And I would love to see your feedback on the videos. And I would love to see that you're seeing my Instagram reels. I'm posting daily. And I'll just end this vlog right here. Stay tuned, guys. And yeah, thank you.